So I got hired to commentate the StarCraft 2 event at DreamHack Atlanta, but I'm not going to actually be in Atlanta. I'm actually going to go to Sweden because they want to save money. So instead of flying me like this, they'll save money by flying me like this. In reality, it's saving them a bunch of money on shipping out their equipment and their production from Sweden to Atlanta. But that means that as talent, we don't really ever get to talk with the fans or hear the crowds. But half the fun of these events is hearing all these StarCraft nerds talk about StarCraft. So what if there was a way that we could give those fans a voice so that the commentators could hear it all the way in Sweden? Hearing a live audience mic'd up is something, but it lacks a certain degree of sophistication that comes with a real conversation. I don't just want to hear a general cheer for a particular player. I want to hear that random guy sitting next to me who's saying, I think that Cyril's washed up, I think that he's a patch cert, and frankly, I've seen him physically intimidating other players to get a competitive edge. That's what I want. We just need to build something that text-to-speeches every single Twitch chat message as it comes in. The annoying part is we don't want one voice reading one Twitch chat message at a time. We want to hear all of the voices at once to really simulate a crowd. But most text-to-speech software isn't really built to read lots of things all at the same time because it's a really dumb idea to do. So I'm solving it with another dumb idea. I'm importing an entire game engine which is well suited for playing lots of sounds at the same time, and then I'm getting the text-to-speech audio from the Google API, feeding it into that game engine to go ahead and play. I also added a final little touch by creating different randomized accents for every single message so you can kind of distinguish each message as they're being read out loud at the same time. So with all that done, I feel like it's time to actually test this out, and we'll actually try it out on a slower chat just to be sure things are working.
This is my favorite stream to watch while pooping, but you make me clench so much that it ends up taking an hour. I like this jam, LUL. I hate when I accidentally clench a poop before it's 100% out.
Oh, dude, I hate the clench right at the finish line with a poop, yeah. Oh, it's so bad.
Okay, it works, but now we need to stress test it. So I figure we just go to the largest stream that's live on Twitch right now and try it out.
We go easy
No, the largest
QCH.
Blazing back and forth.
So clearly, it feels like I'm immersed in a crowd, although I am also developing a headache. But I think that was probably because I've been drinking for 6 hours, just because every time I stopped drinking, this stopped making as much sense. But I figured it was time to pack my bags and head to Atlanta. I mean Sweden, to meet the other casters who would undoubtedly love me for giving a literal voice to Twitch chat.
Shout out to my boy Loco TV, can we get a congrats on his mining level in OSRS?
Just hit level 69. Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise? I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. It's a Sith legend.
So
Darth Plagueis was a Dark Lord of the Sith.
This is a great addition to the, you know, history of humanity.
Instead of commentary, just talk a bit.
James,
Which commentates StarCraft?
if I could, without getting in trouble, I would run this on the actual desk for a few
That would
seconds.
actually be amazing.
That's two voices.
They're different accents. Okay, I'm killing this. So eventually they made me stand outside in the snow for running it too long until I promised to stop. But it all worked a lot better than I expected. I couldn't help but feel a headache developing again, but that also might be because I hadn't eaten anything all day after the Rainbow Six casters ate all of our food. I decided to see if listening to comments that I didn't know were toxic would solve the problem. So let's listen to a Korean stream despite not knowing any Korean.
Way, Kamag,
Movement
Point,
and Smart 11 GigaJoules, 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 Smart 11 GigaJoules.
Weirdly enough, that still seemed to give me a headache. But maybe it's because I've been playing so much StarCraft that I subconsciously know Korean now. Or maybe it's because I've been continuing to drink and I should switch to something non-alcoholic. Either way, I think that we need to test this on the most wholesome Twitch chat that exists. The chat of Day 9 TV.
We all like watching numbers
Killing
go
Salts
up
is
and
good
to the right.
save.
To people that
Whoa.
remember that
my
Day
God.
9 TV,
Few
that
things
movie.
piss me
At
off more than
HCXYLO,
developers making
they
games that
did
I want
a
to play.
survival
Maybe
monster today
I
that
think
they
you
want
want
to
me
know
to
that
be
they
able
say
to
they
play.
don't use to play mode.
And what, you
no
want
mon,
me
but I
to
was
be
great.
able to make
Shows why
content
we
better
see
for my
character
community?
progress
Fucking
with their
assholes,
servers.
am I right? And
LMAO.
actually, while we're at it, fuck all
Ha,
of
ha,
you.
ha.
Have we gotten the chance to say that? I've never seen a bigger group of low-skill gamers than my audience. But don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button because I need to buy
Fuck
my
you
meat.
two less
Day
than
9
three.
TV, hey Sean Day.
Yes, fuck
Yesterday
you
you had
too.
a
It's
nice
fine.
day, is Sean gonna go
Hey,
today?
today
I
I
think
come
you
to
do
do
that
that
to drop.
today.
Thank you.
Today
Just
is
wanted to
Day
say
nine.
hi,
Day
hi,
nine.
hi.
Day
You're a
nine.
Exactly.
Is funny
That
because
take
of the
like
contrast.
50 plus hours to really
But if you knew
experience
me,
the game.
You might just have thought that, wow, this is some other douchebag.
Strangely enough, the headache is still not going away despite it being the most positive and wholesome place on earth. But then again, it might also be because I haven't eaten anything today because all I've been doing is just drinking boba since it's non-alcoholic. Maybe I need to rethink my approach to this. Instead of trying to make my headache go away, maybe I should use it as a measure to see whether I can make it worse by going to an even more toxic and vile chat. And I have to find a place that's so vile, so toxic, so sinister that it could be undoubted that it is the cause and the root source of my headache. There's only one chat that meets that criteria.
Killer Caterpillar Cheer. X300, Hyatosis. I've been really depressed lately and wanted you to know that your stream has really been a big help keeping me sane and coping with this dark time of my life. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad to hear, man. I'm sorry that you're having a hard time.
Just kidding, suck my balls, opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis, opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis, 777,
Motherfucker!
set vigillion 700.
I can't fucking believe it! I can't believe this! Literally, B rank Protoss!
777 no nil.
Gateway man waves smiling face, take me by the hand, paper, lead me to the toss land when you understand, hooray wave,
Listen, I'm
gateway
gonna
man
up
waves
my
smiling
line
face,
with
take
someone
me
here
by
and out to the
the
world. We
toss
can do
land.
this the easy way or the hard way.
Ardo dance,
Brown
Ardo
Bruce
dance,
and
Ardo
Ardo
dance,
dance,
Ardo
Ardo
dance.
dance.
I feel like that toss
Guys,
is
play
really
these
I
two
Get out.
Oh. I need to destroy this.